Alright, so today I'm going to be doing, there's a wood splitter back there, we're going to get that thing going today. We're going to see what we can do. So first, I got to get this thing running so I can pull it back to the house and get it going. First thing, it's out of fuel. Alright, next, let's get this battery on. Good enough. Make sure the fuel is on. I think I left it on last time. And judging by the fuel leaking from over here, it's on. So, let's see if we can't get it started. I might roll though, so choke it. Get out of here. Yeah, we're winning. Let's get the fuels on. Alright, I found the problem, made a bit of a mess, but I hope there's still fuel in there. It was inside the tank, there was stuff gumming up the bowl and it just didn't let fuel go in. Stupid little thing, I bet I'll start right up now. Such a dumb yet simple thing. Now we can finally get on to what we were going to do. Let me first pull this thing out of here. Right, while we're letting that thing run and leak fuel out because the thing leaks. I'm gonna get that fixed when I order some parts for this thing. Anyway, here's the thing we're working on. Either this tire or the other tire needs some air, that tire needs some air. How about you? She's good. But that side needs some air. We're gonna get some air in it by hand, pull this thing out of here and see if I got the right ball on it. Let's see if we can't just, drag this thing right out of here. All right, now let's see if we got the right ball on. Wow, that one thing leaked a lot. Is that right? Well, aside from tractor problems, I did pretty well. Who knows, maybe we'll use this as the permanent, wood splitter puller. Hope we can get this thing to work, So here's what we're gonna be working on, this motor right here. I forgot it was missing some components, but we'll throw them back on and we'll see if it goes, All right, let's get this thing going, I guess. All right, first order of business is put this plate back on and this thing. I just pulled them apart because I couldn't get the fit in here. Oh, that's a lot easier. I'm just gonna get these on low line. 2, 3, and then we have to hope and pray that I put them on right. Because I'm taking a shot in the dark. Hope that we can get this thing on right. Bolts and nuts thingies stays in. And that definitely seems like it went in right. 100% definitely. There we go. Things all back together, so now we can pull start this thing. Wow. Yeah, that was the only problem with it. The spring in there's a little just kind of like rattle it. It'll go back. Look at this. I'll just probably got the wiring hooked right. I'm not gonna plug this in because I don't wanna. Last couple things is, choke. Got the throttle here. Yeah. Gonna assume spark works. We're gonna, I'd say run underneath there, but I'd have to pull this thing off. So I almost want to just put fuel on it and, see where we go, but. Stop for a second and make sure we're not leaking fuel. Doesn't hurt. Just better be safe than sorry. And I see a fuel shut off here. Didn't know it had one. This fuel cap back on, and then Is there markings on this thing? We have a fuel leak of some kind somewhere. It's coming down that. It's coming out of... It's leaking out of the hose. It shaped itself a hole in the back here. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna see if it, starts. Okay, we're just gonna push this thing in, turn that thing on, hope I put that switch in right. Rattle this thing back, and we've developed a leak over here. How do I turn this thing off? That's off. Okay. Right, I'm gonna do a smart thing and pull this thing apart and take a look and see what the heck. It's leaking out of that fitting hole too. Alright, there's the air cleaner. Not that it matters much. What are we leaking for? And I still can't see the thing. I can see the choke. Well, since it's leaking fuel, I might as well just give her a shot of ether and see if it goes. No? I kinda doubt it. It's gonna do anything. Alrighty, a little lubrication later and working. Good enough for what we're gonna use it for though. So, just gonna put this thing back on. Just until it like gets tight, that's about it. So that's really all I'll do, and then all I do is just, it'll be the holding. Are you kidding me? So we're just gonna give it another pull and see what happens, Full choke. Alright, let's just pull this spark plug. So we get I always like to blow around these because you'll typically look down them and they'll have gunk around them. They always do. So just take a little second blow out of it. Get the thing on there. Crack her loose. Typically, and then it'll come right back out. So just pop that thing off. Because guess what's not sparking? This thing right in here is where I believe it makes it spark. All right, let's see if we take this stuff off, if we can get this coil pack off or whatever. So let's see if we can get this thing. Oh shoot, that's like, oh, that's how it makes spark. And that's how they did the gapping. Oh my god, that's actually kind of sick. Whoa. Must be off like a magneto type thing. That's really cool. I'll have to ask my dad, see what he thinks, so we can get a better idea on this. Alright, I'm done working on this for now, but you'll see when I get back on it. Alright, it's gonna be a little bit windy, but I kind of forgot to hit record, and next job is right now, since I'm just about done the motor until I get some parts, is this tire. I dragged it this side, that's why there's a pile of dirt. But we're gonna pull it off and we're going to make it not leak anymore. Clean the bead out, see if that's it, and then we're gonna, if that doesn't fix it, we're gonna put some green stuff in it. Green goop. Alright, now time to get this tire off. Let's clean around a little bit. Ow. He's a little rough. Almost. I don't know if I want to take one for the team on this one. What the heck? For the team. Something. You really gonna make me do this? Ah, we can get it adjustable. Jeez. There we go. First it is a little... Whoa. Again. Oh my gosh, it's bearing. Yeah, bearing. I wonder if that still works. Even bad looking things can still work. Alrighty. There we go, got the tire off. Now let's take this inside and we're gonna see if we can stop leaking. Alrighty, we got the tire inside. So if you don't really like know where you're leaking out of, what you want to do is you want to take your air compressor, obviously, until you find like a, jeez, You're like, okay, that's a good pressure. I can actually feel the leaking is. But I'm gonna get some soapy water so you can see. So just take some water and just make it soapy, you know. Very typical. Oh, you hear that? You see that? All of it's right around the bead. That could mean that either it's rusty in there, and all I gotta do is take a wire brush and, you know, just clean it out. Or there's dirt in there. So now, next step. Pull this valve stem out. I was gonna say, if you don't have a valve stem puller, I don't know how to do it, but I can't find it, so... Oh, there's like no air left. That's gonna be tough though without all the air out. It's gonna fight you the whole time. You know? So that's what I kind of just do, kind of walk around the bead a little bit. Ooh, and there you go. There you go, you just pop the bead. Super simple, just like that. So let's take a look in here. I guess I'm going to find like a toothbrush type thingy. And we're just gonna kind of put some soapy water in there, stand it up on end on end. We're just gonna scrub, scrub, scrub. Let's give this a shot. Doesn't work. Well, we're gonna have to think of something. So next, I know it's quite soapy already, but it doesn't hurt. Just put a little bit more soap on it. Just soap it all around, soap it all around. Good. Then, thing on it so I get more control out of it. But what might end up happening is, since there's not a total air connection, it might just do nothing and exactly that, see? So yeah, another way you can do this is you're gonna take a ratchet strap, just interlock these things like so. You're gonna take it around the tire, and then just kind of get it tight, and then start ratcheting. Pretty good. So next, just put this thing on, see what it does. Might still have to help it a little bit. Okay, so I got the tire to take air. So that means we got the bead to work. I know we're not up to full pressure yet. Obviously, still hearing some leaks. Because maybe the bead hasn't fully seated. Let's get nice and close. Take a look, take a look. Not seeing anything. Maybe it just wanted that high pressure, you know? Alright, while that tire is, you know, holding air, I want to clean out some of these parts that we pulled out, including this bearing. I don't know if it works or not, that's why I want to clean it. And then I want to re-put grease in there. It rolls pretty well. Like, when I had it off, like, if you, as you saw, I rolled it pretty easy, so. Well, that's going to be it for today. We're going to keep working on this. See you tomorrow or whenever I next work on it. Alright, quick little job to do in this. Let's get this fuel line on. So first, let's get it routed so it goes from fuel tank. Oh, actually, I want to go the opposite way. Fuel tank. You just push it through here. And it's gonna come out. There we go. And this thing hooks up to that little fitting there. So let me get that hooked up. Right, got it on. Now let's just get this called this clamp on. So all you do is squeeze that like that, put it over the affected area, and release. There we go. That's good. All right, let's get it on the other side, which is tank side, which is there. We got it routed properly. Hopefully you can see it. Lift it up here so you can see it maybe a little better. Now just time to put this fuel tank back on. Torque to spec. Alright, that's that little fuel thing fixed. Let's open it up and see if it still leaks like it did before. Alright, it's open. Here's where I think it's gonna leak. Anywhere it's gonna leak there. So far, so good. Seems dry. Dry is good. Good. Alright, while later, still on this, and I got this thing inside. Got the wheel, all the bearings out. We decided we're gonna swap the bearings, swap everything in there. So for right now, we're gonna pop these things out. All right, we're just gonna first start by hitting the bearing out. We don't really care about it since it's junk, so we're just gonna lightly tap going around.
So, did it come out?
Yeah, it just did.
All right, so the seal came out. And the bearing. Oh yeah, they're pretty bad. Look. Yeah.
We're gonna hit the race out now. I don't think I can get a socket in there big enough, so I'm just gonna use a punch and just go around. There you go. Alright, time for the other side. Same thing. Not coming out as hard as I thought they would, but that's good. Alright, as you can see there, you can see where the bearing wasn't quite spinning on it quite right, sitting on it wrong. You can see it, you can't really see it too well, but there are like
Bad wear.
pitting, yeah, bad wearing, so it's not good. It's better to just swap them. Alright, he's gonna clean this one out, and I'm gonna work on popping those other bearings out and races. Alright, that's one side. Alright, those are all done. Just gotta clean them and then put the new parts in. Alright, here it is, all nice and cleaned. There you go. Now we just gotta clean that other one, and I'm gonna start hitting those races in. Then we gotta pack the bearings, and then put the bearings in, and then the seals, and then this thing's done. So here's the old bearing, as you remember. Don't have a light over here to really give you good lighting, but you can see, not that great. So here's the new one. Much better. Much, much, much better. Old one. New one. I'm just gotta put this thing right in here. Right, time to hit this thing in. Now we gotta figure out how to get the rest of the way down. Okay. Alright, while he's working on some stuff over there, I'm going to pull this thing off, get the pump off. And we gotta see if we can get this piece off back here. There we go.
Oh, this is just one side, right?
Alright, that's one tire down. Yeah, that's how it does it. You're gonna do most of the pushing on. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it come out.
Keep going. Okay, I guess that's all you do. You just rub that around. There's. It's pretty good.
I'd say so too. Alright, another one packed.
Too much there. Okay. Did it feel like it went on to the inner seal?
It went on a little bit, but I feel like it should go on more than that.
Let's look. Oh, you're not on it yet. So keep everything square. Oh yeah, it's on.
Doesn't seem to want to go any more than that. So.
Okay. Yep. Don't fuss with it. Where it looks like the nut was riding on it, right? Oh, something just not right there?
Nope. Yeah, the bearing didn't go up over the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
It got caught. Alright, got the cotter pin in there, got it bent, so we got this thing where we want it. Spins mostly freely. It hits something in the back, but that's different. So let's just get this cap on.
See, once you had it going, then you go. Okay.
Alright, while he works on cleaning up the axle, I'm gonna swap the plug. Not terribly old, but doesn't hurt to replace it. Doesn't need to be too tight. It's light. And there, spark plug changed. Alright, done for the night. Gonna be back here in the morning. Alright, here's a new part. Get this part off, then we can put this piece on. First gotta pull this, I wanna pull this whole handle off. I don't wanna have to, well, actually first I'm gonna pop this actual thing out, which looks like it's held in by like what is essentially a chain link Then you pop one side up, if I can get it. The other side up. And this thing, I guess I'll just take it right off. The retaining clip. And this thing should just pop right off. See? This is actually literally just a chain piece. A piece off a chain. That's interesting. Right now we got that off, and I think it'll be easier if I just take this whole thing off. And I'll change out this retaining clip, I think. There we go. Same thing again, pop the pin out. Voila, I'll clean this thing up too. All right, I'm gonna go get a drill and something to put in there. I'm gonna pop those out. Spray some WD-40 on to help them out, I think. I think I've already done this, but once can't be enough, right? Pressure and... like nothing. Ooh, that one's tight. Alright, now that's off. Right now you can kind of see how it was. It's supposed to be like that. Alright, now I'm just gonna kind of clean this thing off a little bit before putting it back on. I considered that I might like wire wheel it, but judging by the look of it, not gonna. It's not as bad as not like rusted or anything. But some stuff kick on this, so I'm gonna go over to a wire wheel, clean this, and I'll come back to you. Let's take a look at how this piece is gonna sit on here. So I can either, it's gonna be, oh, yeah, straight up and down. So that's how that's gonna go. I'm going to, as per usual, actually I might clean these threads out before I'm gonna do anything. There's a little bit of just gunk in there, and then we're gonna put some Never Sees on them. All right, threads have been cleaned. Get some Never Sees on these bolts. One in there. All right, there we go. Put this one down here. Not crazy tight, but you know, plenty tight enough to hold it on solidly. Right now that we got that done, that should be straight up and down. I'm going to have to put this back together now, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease. I think we're gonna start with the handle. Should be the easiest thing to do first. Pump out a little grease. See, a little bit of grease. Oh, I could have used the grease on that thing. Didn't think of that. But I think I even want to grease this chain a little, because well, chains like to have a little grease on it. Right, here's what the grease is really for. This piece in here, and then this end piece. This doesn't need much either. That's kind of a lot. Hold on. A little messy, but I'll clean it up at the end. Make it look real pretty. Clean this little pin off a little bit, put a little grease on it, and then call it good. Careful, don't drop the pin. Just slide that in a little there. And voila. At least get it started in there. Yeah, there we go. I'll just bend it out a little. Doesn't need to be much. There we go. That's that piece all done. But that's gonna help it slide a lot better and last probably a little longer. Give it a little wiggle, and voila, you're in. Ooh, that's got a lot of slop. Holy moly. Well, this doesn't look like it. There we go. Now I'll clean it up a little. Perfect. Now a little bit, we'll do this pump. Oh, and the wheel. I gotta do the other wheel too. All right, it's next day. Work on this wood splitter again. Gotta fix the pump, gotta get some bolts for this. But first job I wanna do is pull this cover off because this pull start is working perfectly fine. Never mind, I'm leaving that on. It's working perfectly for some reason. Maybe it's one heat. This thing wasn't working right. Oh, there it is. It's a little weird. Pull the wires off. White, black, and then red from the bottom. There we go. Just a simple cover. I never really fully went over it, but this is what the engine was not. This is why the engine wasn't running. This piece right here, this coil. It's what creates spark. Anyway, the contacts were a little bit corroded, rusted. So I just took a wire wheel to it, cleaned them up, which actually I might just take a little bit again because it looks like there's just a little bit on it. So that doesn't, just gonna take a little shine to it. And then should work fine. But this was the problem anyway. It just rusted and some metal contacts here. Clean them up, set the gap right, and it's working fine. Here got a little WD-40, so we're just gonna spray it right on in there. And then while I'm at it, just spray a little bit on here. Yeah, there's just like one metal contact though goes spinning around, and that creates the spark. And then go this thing back, and that thing's done. Alright, I gotta get this piece out, and to do it, I gotta spin this keyway right here, you see it? I gotta spin that to the bottom, because there's an Allen key on the bottom that I gotta get out. 2 pulls was maybe too many. Or 1. Am I spinning this way too much, guys? Is it even moving? Right now I got where I want it, and I gotta get that Allen key. We'll take it out. Alright, let me just spray. Spray it all in there. Now I gotta find the size of this. Yeah, there's just smaller. Oh, it's tight. Alright, since I'm struggling to get that thing off, I guess I'll take these bolts off. The other ones, that's way too big. What are these? Not this. They're not 13. 1/2 inches floppy. Almost, come on. Last little bit. I'm not a big fan of these fine threads. They take forever to take off. There we go. Finally. Took ages to take that thing off. Go around the outside of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight. Broke the bit. Only thing now to do is drill it out. Oh, there we go. Oh, that'll come right off. Alright, we decided we want to pull this thing out so we can pressure wash the underside. So let's get this thing lifted up, put back on the ground, and taken outside. Oh, look how nice that roll looks. Alright, got the power pressure washer down here, got the water, got the wood splitter, and we're just gonna clean the bottom end there. And then mostly all that there for reassembly. Alright, that looks good now. We're gonna bring this thing inside and then we're gonna keep working on it. All right, got this thing inside, got it back up on blocks. As you can see, very clean. Now we gotta put this piece on that shaft. So I gotta put some never sees on, and then we gotta dry fit everything to see where it actually goes on the shaft. Yeah, I think it's all the way around.
You gotta hold the key, it's gonna fall in.
Does it sit flush? No. Tight.
So that's it.
What do we do? Just tighten it down? How tight you want me to go? Best size this tool will let me go?
Just do a little bit more.
That's about as too much the tool will let me go. Alright, all good. We got things on. Nice and secure. Alright, now we got that, we gotta get the pump. So we picked up this cheap, I don't know, whatever it was, I think it was under $100, Dad. Vivor hydraulic pump. Should be about the exact same one. So we'll see how it works. Had some iffy reviews, but we're here to test it. Just putting some Never Seas on it, just like we did the other one. I'm glad a lot of this stuff is so far fitting in.
Nice and snug, huh?
Yeah, everything's going on nice. It's out of the box fitting. All right, we're gonna work on getting that elbow off and putting it onto that, and then we'll get back to you when that's done.
Oh, it's like a real fine thread or something, huh?
It's gonna fall off soon.
Cool.
Yeah, then we're gonna find out the threads don't match or something.
That would be funny.
All right, let's get these lines. This first line green this should be the only one that has fluid in it. Looks real clean. All right, there's line number 1. Alright, that's all the lines we gotta do for now. It's just gotta put the hydraulic pump on. Alright, time to put the elbow fitting, the 90-degree fitting, onto the new pump. Alright, take 2. This time with a little bit more thread tape. Attempt 3. More thread tape, a little cut off the end, so we'll see where it goes. Alright, attempt 4. This is 4, right? Looks good to me.
Oh, that's what it says.
Right, next day. Got new hydraulic hose, new heater hose, That's a big one. That's the lower one down there. This one's for this to there. Got a hydraulic filter. And got some bolts. So let's get putting this thing back together. Start with the easiest thing, the heater hose.
You need to square the ends up, or they're already...
No, these ends are good. Right, there's the hydraulic filter. Yo, this looks good. This looks good. Last video, but I see something I know.
No, it's clean.
Just wet the seal. I think it's just turned till no, 3/4. Couple seconds. All right, that's in. Now we gotta get this hose on and the hydraulic hose on. You can do all of it. All right, time to put this pump in.
All right, let me see.
I'll
Yeah, line that up. Then I'll twist it into position. That was not quite as easy as I thought. Yeah, I think it is started.
Alright, we're almost there. We just got one line to put on and then put some tiny bolts on and we're good.
Alright, is that good? Position or more?
That's pretty good.
Huh?
Can you loosen it a little?
No, which way do you want me to go with it?
My way a little.
Twist it like
Like
that.
Alright, that's on. Time to do the pump hose. Alright, time to do the hydraulic hose. Starting with this side. Let's take it off. The thread size just doesn't look... No, it's going. Don't bother breaking it.
Yeah, because we break it, then we're really...
Alright, let's hook it up to the other side. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Alright, next thing is I gotta put some bolts on that cover, and then we get to see if this thing starts. Let's see if it works. Right, now I just gotta put hydraulic fluid in it, and then I'm gonna leave these covers off just for now until I make sure there's no leaks in it. Right, time to get some hydraulic fluid in this thing. Ooh, it actually looks a pretty healthy amount. That's a pretty healthy amount in my opinion. I'll put a little bit more in, maybe a gallon or two. Well, it wasn't too much more, but I don't want to put any more than that in yet. Jeez, I didn't realize how messy that was. I haven't done it that way in a while. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do any more than that. It's pretty full. Right, now this thing's ready to get started. Just gotta pull it outside. Pushing on it. Things are gonna hit. Ooh, oh, that's nice. Nothing hits, that's perfect. That's been a while. Oh wait, you know what I forgot? Switch. Uh-oh, Dad, what's happening here?
Is the fuel turned on?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody's coming. I gotta see who that is.
Alright, as you saw, this thing was running. That thing was working. We don't have any hydraulic oil leaks, so this is all good. Only thing is, having a little bit of engine trouble. I don't know if you heard it, but you heard this thing going like, it just wasn't quite running right. It just seems to be like, we think, a fuel problem. Won't start now, so I can't really show you it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. You know, we're gonna fix this thing up though and make it good. There's definitely a little water in the oil, but we're gonna drain the oil out, put some new oil in, it'll be good to go. We'll fix the carburetor problems, and then should be good after that. You'll be seeing this a lot more in future like videos, especially of an area down there. We're gonna be doing a lot of wood splitting in it, so stay tuned. You'll see a lot of this on this channel. So see you in the next one.